Hello, everybody. This is Ethan, and welcome back to the United Devils YouTube channel. I know it's been a while, just a whole lot of stuff going on, but I'm back now to give you your United's preview and predictions video, and it's a big one. It's a big one for the Manchester derby. Always a big match. And I'm really looking forward to it tomorrow. 4:30 kickoff, I believe, at the Etihad, where United usually have a good run of form. United usually perform well. That's how it goes in the Manchester derbies in recent years. City run riot at Old Trafford, United run riot at the Etihad. So I'm hoping for that trend to follow. I think the last time City beat us at the Etihad was, in general, was 2018, I think. So, it's promising. I've really just hope that trend will continue, and I think it will do the team a lot of confidence, especially with that disappointing result against Watford last time out 0-0. And it's more disappointing because the attack was there. We were doing all the right things, keeping Watford relatively quiet, but Ben Foster, he pulled out a few great saves, and just classic United, just in some matches where they can frustrate. Usually that frustration is not finishing well or not doing a lot in the final third. In some matches recently where they've frustrated, not even to mention our defensive problems, that's just a whole different story. But everyone knows that there's problems at United. I don't have to say that. People getting angry at certain people starting. Like last time, some people were very happy that Maguire weren't starting because they put that down. A lot of people put Maguire down as the reason for our defensive struggles. And don't get me wrong, he has not performed the best this season, but then people were happy that Jadon Sancho was dropped as well, which I thought was extremely weird, especially because Sancho was really starting to perform as we saw him in the Bundesliga. I thought it was very, very strange, a very attacking game where United probably should have scored quite a few goals against a struggling Watford team, to drop one of our attackers who's really coming into his own now when he switches leagues. Anyway, not to talk about all that, we're talking about the Manchester derby tomorrow. So, my lineup, what am I thinking? Well, I think obviously De Gea is probably going to start. And I'm actually going to say Aaron Wan-Bissaka is going to start. I've always rated Wan-Bissaka, and I thought he performed superbly, actually, in that game against Watford. I think he was one of the only bright sparks in that game. I think he really did well. So, I don't think Rangnick is going to drop him after that performance. I mean, look, I could be wrong. I know he has taken a shine to Dalot as well, but I do think Wan-Bissaka will start. I'm also going to say Varane and Maguire, even though the Varane and Lindelof pairing worked relatively well enough last time out. I think dropping Maguire wasn't a drop because you've been performing badly. I think it's more of a drop, I'll give you a break. I mean, Ole was in love with Maguire. I mean, he barely ever gave him a rest, and it looked like that was what Rangnick was doing as well. So maybe Rangnick has kind of said to himself, maybe I should give him a rest. So look, we will see tomorrow, but I just think it's quite inevitable that Maguire will be starting. But you never know. Rangnick could have seen the Varane and Lindelof performance, said they work quite well as a pairing, so I think we'll start them, but I don't think so. I mean, whether we like it or not, Harry Maguire is the captain of Manchester United. It's it will be very weird to kind of see Rangnick drop Maguire as he's the captain. Maybe because he's the captain, he gets a bit more favourability. That's my kind of idea. That's just what I'm feeling, but who knows? And I think Alex Telles will start at left back. In the pivot, I'm going to go for Pogba and Fred, it's hard. I think it's either going to be Pogba and Fred or Pogba and McTominay. I think Pogba performed all right last time out, but I don't know why sticking him kind of on the I mean, I remember I said that in the first match of the season against Leeds, saying why are you sticking him in that position? I think that's actually where he started, but he performed very well. But at the same time, I think Pogba should be starting there to make way for... He can still create stuff in that position, but to make way for Sancho and Elanga. And I think the two people who are going to start on the wings or on the left and right attacking midfielder, depending how you want to put it. I think it is going to be the same formation as we always see, the 4-2-3-1. Bruno Fernandes attacking down the middle. And I'm going to have to say probably Ronaldo starting at striker, which... some people, depending on your stance, might not want to happen. He certainly has not been performing amazing recently, but at the end of the day, I'm never going to go as far as say I regret getting Ronaldo. Well, not me personally, but I wish United didn't buy Ronaldo. I'm never going to say that, because if it wasn't for him, we'd never be in the Champions League, period. We'd be out or in the Europa League. He's the guy who has won us them Champions League matches. So, but in the league, I do agree he hasn't been performing up to his usual standard. But as a lot of people are saying, whoever you think is the GOAT, I don't care really. But Messi and Ronaldo, they're both kind of not slowing down, but maybe showing their age. I mean, Ronaldo's 37 and Messi's 30, 34, 35... 30. I think Ronaldo's even 38 now, isn't he? He had his birthday recently, and Messi, I can't remember his exact age, but I know he's near enough Ronaldo. I think he's maybe 2 years younger than him or something like that. But they can't play forever, and they're not going to play forever. So, look, we'll see. But I do think Ronaldo will start. I'm not exactly sure what the I should have probably looked into it, but I'm honestly not sure what the situation is with Cavani. I don't know if he's still out with his injury or his knock or the thing that he has or Ronaldo. Well, I know he has been out with some sort of an injury. I don't know if he's back yet or if he's ready to be back. Just because maybe a player has started, maybe just training doesn't mean they're ready to start a full match. But I do think it will be interesting what United do with the striker business in the transfer window. So it'll be very interesting to see. As for my prediction, I'm not expecting anything amazing because, I think City's biggest loss this season has been, 2-0? I think it was even 2-0 against Palace or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to say a 3-0 or a 3-1. I think United's going to find it very difficult. Obviously, I really do. I am going to say, though, 2-2. I'm going to go for a draw. I think United are well in their capability to win against City, but they were well in the capability against Watford. They bombarded Watford, but could not get that ball off the line. And if we have the same problem against City will punish us for that. Watford, I don't feel had the correct capability to punish us for that, but City, make no mistake, they will if we play like we did against Watford. If we waste our chances, they will run all over us. So I'm hoping for a more concise, more disciplined performance from United tomorrow. Get them attacks in well, get them runs forward, all that good stuff. But anyway, we'll see. 4:30 kick-off. Will Manchester be blue? Will Manchester be red? I'm sure all of you watching will be tuning into that tomorrow to find out the answer. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. As always, hit that subscribe, that like button. Make sure you leave your comments down below of your score predictions. As always, thank you very much for listening. And come on, you Reds.